Hi Tango Dancer! In this movement, we are teaching you a very special tango step that you will only see in local milongas in Buenos Aires. It is a movement based on the tango walk, the caminata, inspired by Todaro, a very famous tango dancer and teacher who has been dancing in Buenos Aires all his life. We love this movement because it adds authenticity and creativity to your dancing. Let's go.
In the past, in Buenos Aires, there was no many teachers like there is now, so people used to go to milongas to get inspired by watching all milongueros to learn the steps that they were doing, because it's people that they dance all their life and they have their own repertoire of steps, so that you could copy and get inspired by just watching them.
So now let's look at the movement.
So what we are doing, first we show you the practice embrace. So from the walk in the line of the dance floor, when I go with my right leg here, I'm going to transfer her weight and I'm going to hold this position because I want to pivot and I want to go back with her. So basically we are transforming something linear into something circular. So linear, we change our weight and then I pivot and then we go back together. Here we transfer our weight, and here I'm going to pivot her to this direction. So with my right shoulder, I go around her to invite her to pivot. I change my weight now is in my right leg. And now I'm going to pivot her back, and at the same time when I pivot her, I'm going to cross behind as a decoration. And then I change her weight. So when I change my weight, I change her weight, and then here we go back into the walk. So I step forward, and then I go on the other side to go back into the parallel system.
So for the followers, we want to make sure that we are very clear in the directions. We go back with them, and then here we keep going back, but we feel that the line of dance has changed a little bit. We make sure our hips are parallel to their hips in the same line of dance as them. Transfer the weight, go to your right leg, and here you're going to do a full 180 degrees turn. So you go there. And this is a moment where you're going to feel that the lead is quite sharp. You want to take that lead, that energy, and go vroom, like this. Yeah, you can make it slower, but if he's inviting you to go sharp, go sharp. Here. And then after you pivot back, leg is presented forward, you transfer the weight, and then we go back and continue walking. We'll show you with the music how it looks like at the end. Let's look at the movement in the tango embrace first.
So here we begin in the close embrace, because we are walking in the close embrace, and we are going to release. We are going to open the embrace here in the moment that I'm pivoting, and I'm going to hold her with embrace. I don't want her to pivot much. I want her to keep traveling in the line of the dance floor. So I pivot and we go back together, more in an open embrace. We are more in our axis here. And then here I'm going to pivot her and to do the side step, and then I pivot her back, and I cross, and I change my weight, and I change her weight. All in the open embrace, and then we close in the end.
And remember that throughout this movement, what matters is that your embrace feels soft and relaxed. It's more important that the embrace feels comfortable for your partner than you get the steps right. This movement is beautiful because it is based on the walk. And the walk in tango is fascinating. You can always change how you are walking depending on what is happening in the music. So if you need help connecting your tango walk, your caminata, to the music, we have a special free guide for you on how to adapt your tango walk depending on whether the music is more legato, more soft, fluid, or more staccato, more rhythmic and more sharp. We'll put the link for you in the description box. Make sure you check it out. So now, let's go back to the dancing and let's look at the movement with tango music. this movement is a lot of fun, but it's not going to work if you do not feel very confident and comfortable in your tango walk as a leader or as a follower. So if you need help taking your tango walk, your caminata to the next level, make sure you check out our video on the four-step process to take your walk to the next level. It's called the Tango Walk Blueprint, and we will put the link for you in the next video link and also in the comments below.
And please keep learning and keep sharing your dancing, because the world of tango needs your embrace.
Absolutely.